Marjorie Taylor Greene, it is official. She has been kicked out of the Freedom Caucus. Put up the picture for a mask. Isn't that something? Freedom Caucus Representative Andy Harris told Politico that it's his understanding that Marjorie Taylor Greene is no longer a member of the caucus after it took a secret vote and decided to expel her last month. Harris also called it an appropriate action and cited her debt deal vote, support of McCarthy, and criticism of Republicans. Now, going to say this, when it happened, they kept it secret. They literally expelled her last month, excuse me. And we were trying to verify at that time if it officially happened. But the way they took the vote and their very secretive pact would not reveal it. So it seems as if now it has been exposed publicly. The expulsion of Greene from the Freedom Caucus marks quite the falling out for the Trump-loving Georgia Republican who gained notoriety early in her career for pushing bogus QAnon conspiracy theories, as well as pushing theories that the Rothschild family funded space lasers that were being used to set California forests ablaze. Greene has been feuding with more of her fellow right-wing Republicans lately over her backing of McCarthy, who has returned the favor by restoring Greene to the committee assignment she lost when the previous Democratic-led Congress voted to remove her from all House committees. So you may be wondering, what is the entanglement? I will explain in a minute. Greene's alliance with McCarthy has not moderated her ideologically. However, as she remains one of the leading proponents of impeaching President Joe Biden. Greene spoke about the feud with Lauren Boebert. Remember this? Here it is.
You accused your Republican colleague, Lauren Boebert, on the House floor of stealing or copying your impeach Biden resolution and then called her a nasty little bitch. And I only use that word because you've confirmed it. Is this the media loving a cat fight? Because you haven't exactly shied away from this.
Well, I find it unfortunate that Lauren Boebert leaked that conversation that we had to the press. But once she leaked it out, I had to confirm that that's in fact what I said. But here's the real issue. I've introduced articles of impeachment, and each time I do so, along with my other bills, I communicate with all of my Republican colleagues and ask for support by asking their co-sponsorship, because I co-sponsor many other Republicans' bills. In order to pass things on the House floor, we have to get 218 votes. And that means that we have to work together. I had asked her to co-sponsor my articles of impeachment against Joe Biden on the border, and she never responded and apparently refused to do so. Then when she introduced her own and forced them to the floor with a privilege resolution without even having the courage to talk to any other Republican in our conference before doing so, except Speaker McCarthy and apparently a few others, we had a tense conversation when she confronted me about things I had said about it. But this is unfortunate that this becomes public on the House floor.
Oh, Marjorie Taylor Greene. You see, the people she spoke to before doing it told her, F Marjorie, do it. We got your back. You haven't figured this out yet, madam? That this was a plan. They knew you would react the way you did. This was their way to get you the hell up out of the Freedom Caucus. It worked. Why? Because you're predictable. Sharon, thoughts?
And would be boring on the Real Housewives. She doesn't even understand to play the backstab. This is so easy. The only other thing I would say is the remaining members of the Freedom Caucus, I don't know why they don't just go 10 toes down. And what's the secret here? We kicked her out. We don't support her. We don't like her. The end.
Yeah. And I really think the only lifeline she has is Donald Trump. That's the reason she supported McCarthy, contrary to the Freedom Caucus. That's the reason she broke ranks with Matt Gaetz and Lauren Boebert in the beginning and supported McCarthy. And because of her loyalty to Trump, there's a sentiment that if they go hard against her, Trump is going to intervene, which by the way, I don't think he would.
No.
But there's a possibility, at least in the minds of those who oppose her.